You want to try car photography, but you don't know where. Well, don't worry because today that changes, and in this video I'll be talking about some few tips and ideas that you can implement while you're shooting cars. Let's begin. Your car could be a Maruti Suzuki Swift or even a Polo GT. But you need to understand every nook and corner of the car that you'll be taking pictures of, how the car will look in a certain environment and how it will feel while it's parked, in a certain place. Once you get this right, everything from here is then downhill. Cars are usually design masterpieces and lots of time goes into developing the car. But while this happens, you need to understand how light plays around the car, how it bounces off the car, how it reflects, and how it looks and feels in the camera. Another aspect that comes is your composition, your framing. How you frame the subject, how is a car being framed, whether it's, we're using the compositional guidelines or whether you're parking it under a building space and using the building to also bring out the look and feel of the car. Well, does gear matter? To a certain extent, yes it does, but after some time it doesn't. If you follow the two previous steps of understanding the car, playing around framing and lighting, then your gear shouldn't really matter as much. But there are some essentials to car photography that people should have on hand, like usually a CPL filter or a circular polarizing filter will clearly help cut down reflections while you're doing shoots. Sometimes I've gone to shoots without a CPL on hand and things have worked out for me. But I would suggest that you go to a shoot having one, and if you don't want to use it, then you have the option to use it or not. This is a very subjective look on photography itself. A photo will differ for each and every individual, though it might have a very subjective meaning. However, when a photographer clicks an image, there is something called perspective. And that is subjective. That's different for me, that's different for you. But how do you capture that? How do you do that? Again, through framing, composition, research, gear. And this is where editing, post-production really helps. The best example I can give you is how you feel about those two cars. How those pictures, even though are of the same vehicle, they differ. They differ in mood. They differ in how they make the viewer feel, right? I mean, I know pictures of cars that are, in valleys and they're in beautiful roads and the sun's setting. I love that vibe. I mean, those are really beautiful. I also know pictures of Porsche 911 when they're on a racetrack and they look amazing. They're pretty as hell. Bam, they're amazing. So this is this is the whole mood that comes into the look and feel of image. How do you bring that out? Again, like I said, there's so much more to follow. But bringing that idea out is via from here and from your heart. Last but not the least, have fun. Enjoy the process. The process is very important. If you don't at all enjoy the process of car photography, then man, what the hell are you even doing? Go probably try studio photography or food photography. There are many more niches. But you have to enjoy the process. The beauty of car photography is that you're closer to the machine. I mean, as a car photographer, you have to kind of be like Jeremy Clarkson with cars. But in terms of photography, it's like Peter McKinnon, Jeremy Clarkson, bam. And you have an automobile photographer who really enjoys cars. Now, no, I'm not really that good at vehicles. In fact, my car knowledge is very poor. But there's something about cars. There's something about it that is very beautiful and I don't know, the moment I'm in a car seat, I'm just bamboozled bamboozled by the beauty and the nature of the car and the way it just feels. Like I said, cars are usually design masterpieces. So if you're able to understand and bring that out in an image, then you have really in terms of cricket we say, right, it's a six, it's a century. You have done that. You have achieved that. So have fun, enjoy the shoot, and make sure you give it your all. That being said, this was me, Abhin. I hope you liked the video. If you want another video on just the technicalities of car photography, let me know in the comments. and I'll make sure to make a proper, more detailed video on this. Other than that, have a big one. Follow your dreams. Peace.